Okay, guys.
Blah, blah, yakety schmackety. Hey. This is going to be a little bit of a different episode because we're going to talk about something that we've never really talked about. Something you might not give a about. That's right. I'm sorry. I know it's insufferable, but we're going to have to talk about Bitcoins for a second here. Is that okay with you?
No.
Just so you know, this is a pretty big story you might have heard about over the weekend. Bitcoin prices keep falling to approach 30,000. The wild ride in Bitcoin, blah, 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 blah. Basically, people are losing their ass on Bitcoin. So for, I don't know, like 10 years, maybe 10 or so years, we've been hearing kind of, it's pretty mainstream actually, that a sort of utopian explanation of Bitcoin that it's like the future of money and I kind of wanted to hear the case against Bitcoin. And I have to say, I looked around a little bit on this.
Hey.
I
make pee-pee
on some research, and Nate Robinson from Current Affairs actually did a really good article, really good summary of the case against Bitcoin called Why Cryptocurrency is a Giant Fraud. And I'm just going to talk to you about this a little bit
so that you can know.
Why do people talk like that still on the news?
And tonight,
Stop it. Stop talking like that.
No.
And by the way, a lot of people on Twitter seem to not like Nathan J. Robinson. They make fun of him because he dresses a little fancy. He's a little bit of a fancy boy, which I enjoy, actually. But they give him a really hard time. They bully this guy on Twitter. But he makes a pretty interesting, very simple to understand case. And there's basically three main problems with this cryptocurrency thing. Number one, it's not very secure. And I'll read you a little quote. I grumble when my bank stops a payment on my credit card thinking it's fraudulent, but I like that my bank has fraud protection. And then he says, thanks, federal law, for putting a set of rules in place saying when banks are liable for fraud, thus incentivizing them to catch fraudsters. Bitcoin's decentralization means nobody is looking out for you. Nobody. This is one thing that, a lot of people were saying about Bitcoin, it's way more secure. Way more secure. Look at this. It's so safe. But not really. It's just like if you get hacked or something, that's it. Your money's gone. There's nobody's going to help you. It's gone. Bye. Hey, where's my $3,000 that I put in there? I was going to buy 20 Nintendo Switches.
Nintendo Switch!
Oh, somebody got your password. It's gone. Oh, come on, man. This is the second thing, is that it's not actually anonymous. And the reason that it's not anonymous is because most people who have Bitcoin buy Bitcoin and trade it and cash it out in these third-party websites and stuff. This is from his article again. The RAND Corporation notes that despite the, quote, perceived attractiveness of cryptocurrencies for money laundering purposes, an estimated 99% of cryptocurrency transactions, 99%, really, are performed through centralized exchanges, which can be subject to anti-money laundering laws. And actually, there's a video of Edward Snowden talking about this.
The idea of the Bitcoin protocol, the peer-to-peer electronic cash system, is the idea that we can send these payments to anyone permissionlessly. And this is true if it's in your wallet. But how do people fill their wallets today? They get it through exchanges. And these guys are imposing permissioning steps that are intermediary to the transaction.
That guy, Edward Snowden, the only thing I think about him is there's a scene in that Oliver Stone movie where I don't know if this guy does this in real life, but in order to put in his password on his laptop, he covers himself in a blanket so that nobody can look at his fingers. And I just want to say, calm down, buddy. If I was at Snowden's house and he did that blanket trick, I would rip the blanket right off. Be like, what are you doing under there? I got to say, too, I like Oliver Stone. That's one of the less watchable Oliver Stone movies.
The government knows that we have these documents now. The CIA could barge through this door any minute and you one more time.
Along with Wall Street 2. So the third thing that Nate points out here, he also points out that you can lose all your money pretty easily with this. And this New York Times article kind of talks about this. Lost passwords lock millionaires out of their Bitcoin fortunes. I'm going to tell people this. I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm actually a Bitcoin millionaire. I just can't find my password. I have $1 million of money, but I wrote the password for my $1 million money on the back of a Sonic napkin. And then I was like, I dabbed after I got some ketchup and mayonnaise on my face. And now I can't get my money. So I guess I'll just go back to work at the KB Toys. The last existing KB Toys. Bitcoin owners are getting rich because the cryptocurrency has soared, but what happens when you can't tap that wealth? Tap that? Why did they write it right? Tap that wealth? So what this means, this is kind of interesting, because what this means is like this thing that everybody's talking about, everybody's going on and droning on and on about. Like, it's just not a working thing right now. It's just not a good thing. Okay?
No.
Just like, it's just people gambling. It's just people gambling on how much it's going to be overvalued. The other thing about this is it's kind of annoying. Bitcoin is kind of annoying. Like, people are approaching this in a very annoying way. And one of the main annoying things, of course, I think we've talked about on this channel, is that I can't get a graphics card, partly due to this crap. I want to be able to export these videos in under 4,000 hours. And I can't do that because you cannot buy a graphics card because weirdos in their apartments are basically using their entire apartment and they sleep in the bathroom, I guess, as graphics cards, sweatshops, where the graphics cards are it's solving riddles all day to get to mine, quote unquote, mine Bitcoin. And it's absurd to see this, just these these apartments filled with graphics cards just buzzing away, wasting energy. The other thing that's annoying about Bitcoin to me is that it just seems just packed to the brim with scammers. Scamsters. Check this out. This is pretty funny. This is some guy I was just like kind of clicking around, and this guy's talking about Bitcoin, which there's like a bazillion YouTube channels about Bitcoin. But I just think it's funny that he has to say this about his commenters.
Down below, if there's still scammers down there who are impersonating me, trying to get you to go to WhatsApp or any of that kind of stuff, I'm looking into some software that may be able to make those guys go away, and that would be good for all of us.
Everyone's scared. Everyone's scared.
I like that this kindly dad is like, they're impersonating me. If somebody tells you to go to WhatsApp, if they tell you to go to WhatsApp, that's not me. Hey, man, get out of my comments. I mean, this stuff is just so weird. You look in the comments, it's just like these people are all bots or something. Money is an issue that everyone has for a better and luxurious life. All right, this is somebody clearly their like fourth or fifth language is English. Life was hard for me until I started trading Bitcoin, and I'm now earning $18,435 per week. That's a as a weekly investment return, $18,435 is that's very specific and consistent. Same here. I earn huge weekly profits of $16,443 on my investment since I started trading with Mrs. Ethel Arthur. Mrs. Ethel Arthur, his trading strategies are top-notch. And they keep saying the name of this person. Wow, I'm just shocked someone mentioned and recommended expert. So this is basically a long thread, maybe like 10 replies of a guy who's clearly talking to himself. It's bizarre. It's like the exact same writing style. Clearly a guy just replying over and over with different accounts to his own name to try to promote some scam Bitcoin investment strategy thing. And that's kind of what Bitcoin is right now. Like, this scam comment section is kind of a perfect example of like where it's at right now, which is it's not really a thing. It's not really a viable thing for people to use. This is kind of why I thought it was interesting in the beginning. I was like, oh, and there's a new money. There's a new kind of money. That's cool. Maybe I'll have some kind of the new money. But it's not really the new money. You can't really use it. And as Nate Robinson, Fancy Robinson points out, It's got a lot of problemos right now. If they could fix it, could be good, blah, blah, blah. But right now, it is just the realm of the scammers. It is just a scam central. Because it's just pure speculation right now. It's just like, oh, can we drive this thing up? That's not even a real thing. Just get a bunch of people to put money in it and then sell it before it all goes bye-bye. So guys, check out Mrs. Ethel Arthur. I was referred to Mrs. Ethel Arthur. This is truly the most weird. And they keep writing the full thing because they're trying to like get this name into the algorithm or whatever. I was referred to Mrs. Ethel Arthur by my cousin. She's such a kind trader. Mrs. Ethel Arthur. Okay, again, my 2 BTC to 5 BTC in 2 weeks. I'm so excited. Again, this is very clearly a guy talking to himself. Wow, what a coincidence. You invested with Mrs. Ethel Arthur? Mrs. Ethel Arthur also? I also trade with her. I get to earn a bi-weekly trading income of $28,000, pioneered by Mrs. Ethel Arthur. Oh my God, this is so creepy. This also doesn't mean that people can't actually make money off of this, but it's just purely like a pump and dump speculation thing of like, oh, maybe this meaningless thing will rise up because people believe in it, and then it will inevitably crash, which that's what it is doing right now. Then maybe I'll sell off before then. This is a little theory of mine too. This is a little theory of mine that I have too. Is I think part of why people love going on and on about Bitcoin, going on and on in ad nauseum about Bitcoin, is because they think it sounds like William Gibson cyberpunk crap. They're like, ooh, Yotoshi Namamoto, was in his secret bunker, and he came up with this. Yeah, Matoshi Mononomo, he did this. Like, I think people just really like telling the story, too, and that's kind of adding to the hype a little bit.
Come on, all the way back to New York.
So, just to bring a little bit of reality to this, could this be a thing? Could this be what I originally thought it was when I heard about this 10 years ago or whatever? When I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. A new money. Money, this thing that's been around for whatever, gazillion years, is going to finally be new or different or something. Doesn't seem like that's happening. Seems like it's got a while to go. It could happen. But right now, it is the realm of the lunatic. The realm of the scammer. The realm of the bot, as we've seen. The realm of the YouTube bot scam. And guys, really check out Mrs. Ethel Arthur. Her strategies since February is enormous. So guys, I actually misspoke. I said that there's like 10 replies to whatever this creepy Miss Ethel Arthur scam is, Bitcoin strategy scam is. There's actually 36 replies in this, and it's all clearly one person just talking to themselves. I still remember the first week. Oh, this is beautiful. I should put like sad music on. I still remember the first week I got in touch with Mrs. Ethel Arthur. You got to put the full Mrs. Ethel Arthur. You got to put the full Mrs. Ethel Arthur sounds like Mrs. Fields cookies or something. Are they trying to make this sound like, oh, it's a kindly old woman? It's a kindly old woman with like eats little cookies all day, but somehow has the perfect strategy for Bitcoin. It tells you everything you need to know about the scam. They're like, let's put the name of a kindly old woman to put a mask on this stupid little bot scam we're doing. Hello! I still remember the first week I got in touch with Mrs. Ethel Arthur. Her strategies was so easy to adapt, but I made in 4 BTC directly to my Bitcoin wallet. So guys, if there's one thing I think you could take from this video, you got to get in touch with this woman who sounds like she has the name of a 70-year-old woman who eats like Pepperidge Farm cookies all day, and she'll bake you a cake, and also she has an amazing strategy to get very specific Bitcoin investment returns every month. So yeah, if you disagree with this, let me know. You made a bunch of money with Bitcoin, fine, let me know. You speculator, you con artist, let me know. And reach out to this woman. What's her name? Ethel? Ruth Edith, or whatever her name is. Reach out to her. Sounds really nice. It's a kind old lady. And, you know, put in your credit card or whatever. And thank you so much, guys.
Hey. Make pee-pee.
Hey everybody, and thanks so much for watching this video. Like all the other YouTube and podcast perverts, I now have a Patreon. Every week on this Patreon, I'm uploading 2
Exclusive.
Patreon exclusive shows. They're like real shows, more produced, more edited.
A behind-the-scenes show where I reveal all my secrets, and a show where we go deep on an important topic that you will want to know about. Also, you get the daily and complete live show audio-only feeds. And at the top level, for only 25 bones, you can become a producer. These people that you're seeing right here make this program possible. Without them, nothing. It goes right in the toilet, right in the trash, and we set it on fire. It's these people who make it work. So please, for Christ's sake, become a patron. Bye-bye, love you.